Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third annual Fish and Grits Social, benefiting the Buddy and Benjamin Literacy Program. If you would, take your seats. Those of you getting food, that's fine. At this time, my name is Jamie Devine. I am a Richland 1 Board of School Commissioner on the board and former chairman of the school district. I want to welcome each of you out tonight. We have a fantastic program scheduled for everyone. We want to keep it short and sweet so that you all can get to the grits and to the fish. That's most important. And also to help benefit our Buddy and Benjamin Literacy Program. Just before we begin, I want to acknowledge some special guests on behalf of NCBA, the North Columbia Business Association. They've asked if I would introduce some special folks. First, we want to recognize our mayor, Mayor Steve Benjamin, who's in the middle right here. Next is Councilwoman Tamika Isaac Devine, who is my right hand, left hand, front and back. Next, we'll recognize our other council person, the Honorable Sam Davis, who represents this area. And of course, our guest speaker tonight, Senator John Scott. And from Congressman Clyburn's office, Dalton Tresvant. Where's Dalton? Dalton sitting over here in the front. And we have a special guest all the way from the town of Newberry, Councilman Thomas Boyd, if you would raise your hand. All the way from Newberry. So next year we got to bring some more folk from Newberry. We also have in the audience Reverend Richard Dozier, who is the chairman of the Eau Claire Community Development Corporation. And coming into the tent now is our future Senator, Joyce Dickerson. And we also have in the audience Matthew Costello, who is the Executive Director of the Eau Claire Promise Zone. Matthew, where are you? I saw you earlier. Matthew's over here to my right, your left. And we also want to recognize, is it Summer Edmond? Little Miss Cornbread. I saw Summer. She's behind us over here. All right, Little Miss Cornbread. We also want to recognize Carolina Kernels, one of our newest businesses on North Main over here to my right. Thank you all so much for coming out. And the Bernard Jackson Gallery. Where's Mr. Jackson? He's not here, but the young lady in the pink underneath the tent. These are all his paintings. If you would please come and support by purchasing some photos and some artwork, we would greatly appreciate it. And we want to recognize our DJ tonight, DJ Tim Kuzer in the back. Thank you, DJ. And without further ado, I think I've covered everybody, seen everybody. And if I miss somebody, charge it to my head, but not to my heart. All right. Next, we want to welcome to the podium is Miss Sabrina Odom, the Executive Director of the NCBA. Miss Odom.
I would just like to welcome everyone for coming out to the third annual, you can hear me? Okay. The third annual Fish and Grits Social. I am so happy to see everyone here. This is a passion of mine, reading to the K4 and K5 kids. So please make sure you enjoy everything we have for you. We have the wine tasting on the front porch, but do go in the building and look at the program that we have that's called Buddy and Benjamin. It's all the information in the house about the program. There's also some books there that you can buy. We have the popcorn people over here for dessert. We have another small business person over there with jewelries. We always promoting businesses, and I just want to welcome y'all all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Odom. Just before I bring up our next speaker, I want to recognize, and I overlooked her, and I apologize, Ms. Christy Savage, who is our president of the North Columbia Eau Claire Community Development Corporation. Ms. Savage, if you will raise Community Council. Thank you, ma'am. Keep it straight. Next on the agenda is Kim Roderick, who is the NCBA Community Outreach Coordinator. Kim?
Thank you so much for joining us for the 3rd Annual Fish and Grits Social. And we're here tonight for a very special cause. It's called the Buddy and Benjamin Literacy Program. What this program is we go out and we try to reach out to our early readers. Well, we don't try. We're actually doing this year after year. We're going out to the early readers, K4, K5 classes. And what we do is we read to these children. Each time we go in and read to a child, they get a copy of that book that we read. So we are building libraries for these children all throughout the school year. So this is a very important program. It's for literacy. We do ask that you take some time out to take a look at what we've done. We just had a celebration in Hemingway this past week. They were our next school. We celebrated having a full year of reading to these children, giving them books to read. They're excited about reading, and we're very, very passionate about it. So if anyone happens to be interested in coming out and reading with us, please see me after the program, and we'll be happy to get you set up. So thank you very much for joining us, and please go inside and take a look at what we're doing with the Buddy and Benjamin Literacy Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Broderick. We're going to keep the program going. Don't want to hold you guys too long, but thank you all for coming out on this Friday night. I know in my household, Friday is family night, so we try to spend a little time with our family. So we're here tonight to celebrate this annual Buddy and Benjamin Literacy Program. Next on the agenda is our special guest tonight, who is one of my good friends and good fraternity brother. He represents Senate District 19 in the legislature. He's also owner and broker in charge of J.L. Scott Realty Company and president of CNS Consulting Group. He is also the son of John L. Sr. and Grace W. Scott. He went to Sacramento State University, received a Bachelor of Science in 1975. Married to Miss Joan Crouch, one son, John L. Scott III. He's a member of the New Ebenezer Baptist Church, where he serves as church clerk, and also on the trustee board, and also currently serves as the deacon. He's also a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, member of the Senate Medical Affairs Committee, and also Senate Corrections and Penological Committee. So without further ado, I want to bring to you Senator John Scott.
Hello, everybody. It is good to be back to the annual Fish and Grits, and it's even better when you can come back and bring some good news. And to those who are seated at the head table, let me first get the first order of business out of the way. One of the things I asked Sabrina when she asked me would I come and speak and share a little bit of what's going on in support of what the state is doing for this program, she asked me, will you spend some money and buy some books? Sabrina, and I'm going to challenge all these other elected officials, if they did bring the check, Jamie, and thank you for the kind introduction, I'm asking for your check. Here's your check, Sabrina, for 30 books for some young children. I can't say enough how important it is for our young children to learn to read. And the South Carolina Senate, and those of you who have been following us with our new program, Read to Succeed, a program that we're going to put in $36 million annually for this program to work. I want to share tonight with you a little bit about how that program worked. And let me say, Sabrina, you are in a very unique location, and as I get through talking about this information, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There were some issues as we talked about reading to succeed. My real question was, how do we get the community really involved? Columbia has a lot of colleges. How do we get the college students involved in this program? How do we get the grassroots involved in this program? How do we make sure that those young children who we think are ready to read can first see and hear? And so we added some provisions as we began to discuss the bill. I got on early, and when I started thinking about what Sabrina and this community and this board has been doing in trying to get our young people to read, I got excited. And so for those who work so hard every day, thank you so much. One of the things that we did with Senate Bill S-516, which is over in the House, and hopefully we'll get the bill back, because we've already funded it in the budget. We're really serious about this program. We said beginning in 2017 or 2018, every third grader must be able to read. If not, that third grader will be held back. Well, you can't say that without providing some kind of assistance and making sure that happens. So we said to every school district out there, you've got to have a state reading plan and a district reading plan. Every school district must have a plan. That plan does not have to be approved by the Read Succeed office. And let me tell you why. Beginning in 2014-15, the Read Readiness Assessment, we want to make sure that every child who is struggling, who we think that might have a problem in being able to see, we want to give them a free sight test. They may have any problems being able to hear, we want to give them a free hearing test. Why? We have noticed that some of these children, as they begin to read when they come to school, they turn the book upside down. That's the first indication the child cannot see. So we want to be able to teach them how to open the book and make sure they in fact can see some of these programs. The program will provide a flexible district program and summer reading program. In the summer reading program, we want to make sure these children get a minimum of 6 weeks worth of reading. 4 days a week, 4 hours a day, equivalent to about 96 hours in the summer months. It gets better as we go along. You know, I talked about being able to work with institutional higher education. What we did as a part of an amendment I added to that bill was we want to make sure that we begin to partner with these colleges and universities that are seated in our community, and we have not asked them to do anything. We need them to be able to have a plan, allow us to come in and work with these plans, use some of the best and brightest, which are the students who are already learning how to be teachers. It makes good sense. Well, not only did the institution of higher education can do summer program, they can do year-round programs. So that means that once you created the partnership with them, you have a permanent position, a permanent program in getting our children to read. And most important of all, one of the biggest problems is getting the child to the program. Well, guess what? The state for the first time is going to pay for transportation. So you put that in your plan. If you got an afternoon program, if you've got a summer program, you can put in it. If a child is found to have the need to go to a summer reading camp, there should be no cost for child first, second, and third grade, free. If the school district or the program decides it wants to do something larger, it can, and it in fact can charge based on a sliding scale, based on what families can afford to pay. What we're going to do, we're going to put $6 million in that program, up from FY15 of $1.5 million. We're very serious about this reading to succeed. Now, some of you would have said, well, what's going to happen to the 4K and 5K program? Well, let me say this to you. We added 24 more new $1 million to that program. As you're aware, there were 8 trial districts: Allendale, Dillon 2, Florence 4, Hampton, Jasper, Lee, Marion 7, and Orangeburg 3. And all of the other 28 districts that was part of that Abbeville lawsuit are also part and must in fact receive additional 4K programs. We also said that if your school district has a poverty index of 90%, you qualify. The new money says 75%. So we're looking to bring more children in the program. Now, some of our daycares, we totally depend upon them with the 4K and 5K program. We said to them, it's okay. We invite you also to participate. We just want to make sure that the lead teacher is a teacher with a 2-year degree in early childhood development. We also want to make sure that that teacher gets 15 hours annually of professional development so that that teacher can continue to learn as we improve and be able to participate as we move across the state, improving reading for our children. Listen, I'd have to say, and I'm proud of what the Senate has done, we have put our money where our mouth is. And we heard you loud and clear. So I'm going to challenge Sabrina. You got Columbia College, Lutheran Seminary, Columbia Bible College. Get busy. Help them, encourage them to create a relationship to get this thing done. I spoke also with the higher education. They are aware that this information is in fact inside of this bill, which hopefully soon will become law, so that we can teach our children how to read. Some of the new districts are going to be added: Bo Reed, Spartanburg, Greenwood, Edgefield, just to name a few. And those districts I talked about, and those districts in most cases have poverty level that really and truly some of the parents can't read themselves. So I would say to you, get busy. We want to spend the money. We want to help these children to read. We don't want to throw away the money. We want to invest the money in these children. As always, it's always good to be with you. I'm hoping to come back and say that we've got this bill signed into law. If we get it done, I want to call you and hopefully that you're there for the signing of this bill. And listen, this is a bipartisan bill. And you don't get very much of that in the Senate. But this is a bipartisan bill. We're very serious about our children learning to read. And if I'm going to tell a child when they get to the 3rd grade that I'm going to continue to retain you in 3rd grade, I want to make sure when that child goes through 4K, 5K, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I gave that child every opportunity in the world to be able to read. I simply say to the parents, get involved. We're going to stop and we're going to put away those kind of things that we use to say, my child can't do this, your child can. The question is, will you? Thank you. Always good to be with you.
Thank you, Senator Scott. Let's give him one more round of applause, please. This young man has spoken from his heart and has spoken about what's happening down at the State House. And I would encourage any of you, if you have time during the 6 months of their session, to please go down and visit, because these guys do a lot of work to make it better for us. And you can see some of the work that he's done, some of the stuff that his other colleagues have done, again, to make it better for our future. And these young people that we see running around, I see a little 3-year-old girl over there, and I see a little 8-year-old girl somewhere else running around, and I see a little 5-6-year-old fella, Miss Savage, running around. But this is our future. So we want to make sure that they get the best from what we can do right now. So again, let's give our senator another round of applause. At this time, I did want to acknowledge our city manager, Miss Teresa Wilson. Miss Wilson, I see she's getting a fish, y'all. She's not waving. Hey, Miss Wilson. She's trying to get it eat on. I got you. Yes, ma'am. You good. We also want to recognize our Deputy Chief of Police, Meron Kelly. Our Deputy Police Chief, Meron Kelly. Right here in Graduate Bristol School District 1. Keenan. Eau Claire. All right. All right. All right. So this just goes to show y'all that we can produce the best right here in our own community. Right here. And also recognize our city clerk. I saw her in the corner behind the picture, Miss Erica Sally. Miss Sally, thank you so much for attending and coming and sharing with us today. Next on the agenda, we have a few presentations. We want to bring back Ms. Odom and Ms. Roderick to make some presentations at this time.
So at this time, we want to recognize Hyatt Park Elementary School. We have adopted them, and we just completed our year with them, and we are so happy and excited to celebrate. And we have the pleasure of having Miss Glorious McClinton here, our parent liaison for Hyatt Park. I'm going to ask you to come on up this time. Ms. McClinton, we just want to present you with just a small token of our appreciation for allowing us to come in and read to your students and just take over the class and kind of do what we want to do. So we just want to thank you so much. And this is just a small, very small token, just a certificate that we want to present to you for participating in the Buddy and Benjamin Literacy Program on behalf of Sabrina Odom and the North Columbia Business Association. Just one more presentation. This is something that we usually host every year. It goes hand in hand. We usually host an Explore My Mind Dictionary Drive, and what we do with that program, it coincides with Buddy and Benjamin, but we host a drive every year to collect dictionaries for children, and what we do is we turn them over to the school and they present these dictionaries to the most improved third grade student. So, Ms. McClinton, we'd like to go ahead and present you with one. We have some more for you, but here's a dictionary we'd like to present, and we hope that one child, we make a difference in at least one child's life as we go through. So thank you so much for being a part of us, and we're glad to have you with us. Thank you. Thank you.
They said, don't give me the mic. I won't take long. On behalf of our principal, Ms. Angela Brown, Vice Principal Monica Adams, and staff and students at Hyde Park, we really appreciate this Buddy and Benjamin program. I've been working with these two ladies for a while now, and they know that I'm a character within myself. But I'll say this, and I'm glad to hear Senator Scott say what he did, because we've been hearing a lot of talking, but nobody's walking. If you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. And if we do not take care of our children, no one else is. And I've seen, with the position that I'm in at Hyde Park, I'm the parent educator, home visitor there, and I start working with parents of children ages 16 months up, preparing them to come into K4 and K5. This program has proven itself to be successful. It came from New York, but right now, majority of those students that have participated in this program, I have some that are already getting ready to go to middle school, and those children, they're AB students. Some of them are A honor students. I was so proud, and I'm gonna go. I see you looking at me. I had one of my students I work with. She's in pre-K this year. She got into the program, and she was able to go read to a second grade class. This is a 4-year-old that could read to a second grade class. And she was so excited, she worried her teacher to death to come read to Miss McClinton. So, you know, I'm proud of my children. I call them mine. Because when they walk through the door, they're mine. The parents are mine. Because I'm there not for myself, but for the benefit of them. So please parents get involved, because the school can only do so much. But the first teacher is the parent. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'm going to give you the mic back.
Okay, also, just want to mention before we move on with the presentation, we have another presentation for Hemingway. We're going to accept their award in their absence, but we are recognizing them. This was our first year participating with them. On Tuesday when we went to visit, we had over 65 children join us. So these children are excited about reading. They're excited about taking books home. They're excited about seeing something new. So we're very, very excited. We do have some pictures of the children and our interaction with our, we celebrated with an ice cream party. So I don't think they were really interested in reading that day. I think they They just wanted the ice cream. So, but they are aware that who we are and what we're doing with our books. So this is a very, very exciting time for us. So we're going to accept their award on behalf of the North Columbia Business Association and our Executive Director, Sabrina Odom.
Everyone that don't know where Hemingway Elementary is in what county is Wimber County. So we all the way down there. We send books to them every month. So we're really excited because we're trying to go all over South Carolina with this Buddy and Benjamin program. And Kim Roderick, my community outreach person, who worked very, very hard. And I seem to be hard on her because she works so hard and she's so good. But I just appreciate her so much. Thank you, Kim Roderick.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just before we come to the close, we have closing remarks by Councilman Sam Davis. I'm going to take a personal privilege and ask our senator, candidate for Senator, Joyce Dickinson, if she would please come and greet us with in her own way.
Good afternoon. This is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful gathering, and I am so glad to be a part of it. And I thank you, Sabrina and Kim, for the invitation. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge Sam Davis over here. Sam always want me to go after him because he said I talk too long. And so now he got the benefit of speaking before me this afternoon. So Sam, you ought to be really good, Senator. Well, I am Councilwoman Joyce Dickerson, and I am Vice Chair of Richland County Council, and I have served on Richland County Council for the past 9 years. This is my third term, but there was an opportunity for me to step up and step it up. So basically, I decided to run for the U.S. Senate for the state of South Carolina, to be the first woman to run for the Senate from the state of South Carolina, and this should make you all very proud, ladies and gentlemen. And basically, I have three major issues that I am running on, and that is I am running to work for women to make sure that you get everything you deserve. And are there any veterans in the room? Are there any veterans here? All veterans, we thank you so very much for your service. And if you have heard all of the things that have been happening with our veterans, you know that I got a fight on my hand when I get to D.C. And I'm going to take it on. And the other thing is seniors. Now, since I am the only senior in this audience today, I want you to understand that I am going to be fighting for seniors to make sure that your Social Security, your retirement, and your Medicare areas are taken care of. And those are the three things that I am really fighting for up front. But you know, we've got to have a good quality of life, and because of that, we do need to raise the minimum wage, okay? And women, you got to have equal pay for equal work, all right? So y'all got to understand that. So with that, and acknowledging my good colleague, we worked so hard together, Sam Davis, we shared an area. Sam, I'm sorry. That's okay. But anyhow, Sam and I share the Broad River Road area, and we work very hard together. Jamie, you know you're going to get your money for the budget. Don't worry about it. Don't come in here, no presentation. But on behalf of Richland County Council, and also myself and my team who worked with me on my campaign, I want to thank you all. And guess what? You know, I hate to be with John because he always challenges me to do something. Joyce, aren't you going to write a check for $190? I said, yeah. So Sabrina, Kim, I will be contributing to the book thing. And thank you so very much. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Joyce Dickinson. We appreciate that. We wish you well on the campaign. And again, if there's anything else that the NCBA can do, please don't hesitate to stop by. I understand you have some more events scheduled as well. Did you have? Okay, all right. Very good, very good. At this time, we want to bring forth our councilman who represents this area and represents the North Columbia area, our Councilman Sam Davis.
Thank you. The clock is ticking over here, so I'm going to keep this short, no matter how long it takes. Let me say this: the theme regarding our children and reading. We all know that reading is fundamental. And I think that is one of the most significant things that the North Columbia Business Association has brought to the forefront, taking the lead. And we can't go wrong. And that is typical of what NCBA is all about. They are partners in this area. The one good thing about it is that NCBA has reached out to every entity, every organization that is contributing to the quality of life to people not only in North Columbia but throughout the city. Last week was a blast, if you did not realize that. NCBA put the spotlight on businesses in the northern part of the city. You've got to know that there are a lot of hidden secrets, treasures in the northern part of the city. Businesses where you don't have to get in your car and travel elsewhere. Jewelry, food, clothing, art, you name it, it is here. And they are making my life a lot easier. They're making the mayor's life a lot easier. They're making Ms. Devine's life a lot easier. They're making the senator's life a lot easier because they are doing what a business association should do. Promote businesses, promote the area, and work to recruit new businesses. That is fundamental. And so all I can tell you is y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Because NCBA is coming. NCBA has everybody's number. NCBA has the plan. Get on board, support the organization, get on board, and help recruit businesses. Thank you.
Oh, I guess you just dropped the mic, eh? And just before we close, we want to have a few special announcements. We do want to remind everyone that on June the 10th, the second Tuesday, is voting day. So we encourage each of you to go out, vote the candidate of your choice. Please read the ballots, please read the newspapers, please read online, find a candidate who's going to best represent you. But please go out June 10th, second Tuesday in June. That is 3 weeks away, about 3 weeks away. So we need you to go out and vote, and then we'll go to November after that. All right? Just before we close, I did want to recognize a few more folk that came a little bit later. Our photographer, Mr. Gene Palmer. If you would raise your hand. Thank you, sir. And I did see one of our principals, Principal Arna Elementary, Dr. Peggy Grant. Dr. Peggy Grant in the corner. All right, and I saw Coach Willie Washington. Coach Washington, Benedict College, athletic director. Fine institution, fine institution. Now, and I saw some of your football players, Coach.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening? All right. We represent the South Carolina Benham football team. We're a minor league developmental football team. We got, you can see some of my guys right here. They're hard to miss. We play at Seven Oaks over here in on the west. That's the west side of Columbia over here, and we practice actually at Meadow Lakes. And we're just trying to get ourselves promoted out there. We've been around for about 3 years already. We always finish top in the nation and stuff like that. We got a real good football team. A lot of guys we get from Benedict, South Carolina State. We got guys from all around the area. Once they're done with college and they don't get picked up by an NFL team or whatever, we try to keep their football career going by doing that right there. And so, but we're doing a real good job, but we just need a little backing from the community. And that's why we're out here trying to represent, trying to get, the information out on ourselves. So if y'all have any questions, you can ask any one of my guys. I'm actually the defensive coordinator. Our head coach, he isn't here right now. His name is Ed Shropshire. He actually played in the NFL for a few years. He's a big guy. When he gets here, you won't miss him. He's just like everybody else. So, you know, if y'all have any questions, any concerns, y'all want to speak to us on any level, you know, just give us a shout. We're standing right over here. Y'all can't miss us.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Just before we close, we're going to ask Reverend Dozier to come give a blessing, benediction, and a prayer. All in one. Short, sweet, and to the point. And just for the remainder of the evening, we have the Trinity Line Dancers here. Trinity Line Dancers will be up next. And then we have, I saw him in the audience, James Brown. Where you at, James? James Brown, yeah. My man from my hometown, Beach Island, South Carolina. That's what I'm talking about. We still live, my man. But thank you all so much for allowing me to be your MC, your Master of Ceremonies today. We appreciate it. We look forward to each of you coming back next year to the 4th annual Benjamin and Buddy's Literacy Program. Again, same time, same place. God willing that the weather will withstand. Reverend Dozier, and then we're done. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Devine. You know, most times when we come together, we say a grace on the front end. This time, you know what you've gotten, some good food, so let's give thanks for it. Let us pause for a moment and give thanks. Good and gracious God, we pause to say thank you for this event. Thank you for the many blessings that we share, for the food that has been prepared, for those who have worked hard to cook the meals. We ask and we pray that what we've consumed, oh God, make it nourish and strengthen our bodies. And now as we prepare to continue to enjoy ourselves and then on our way home, let your Spirit watch over to keep us. And we thank you, oh God, and ask and pray that you bring us back next time to this place to celebrate and give thanks. In the strong name of your Son, our Savior, we pray. Amen.
All right, Mr. DJ, let's hit it. And the line dancers, ready for y'all.